This one stings. I'm looking at my final food budget for the week, and I blew it. The budget was $100. I spent $20. I'm $20 over. And the reason this feels so much worse than usual, the reason I feel like such a fraud right now is because just a few days ago on Tuesday, I was celebrating. I was right here telling you how I'd planned my meals, how I cooked for myself, and I saved $20. I was on track. I was so proud of that win. I felt like I was finally getting it. And then I just wasn't. This is my real time journey, not expert advice. Here is exactly what happened. It's this emotional whiplash. It's the one step forward, two steps back feeling, and it's just crushing. That win on Tuesday was real. I proved to myself I could do it, but my perfectionist brain took that win and decided that every day had to be a win, that I was fixed. So the moment I got tired, the moment I slipped up, the guilt felt 10 times heavier. It's like the failure erased the win, and that's the all or nothing trap I'm trying to escape. That little voice in my head is so loud right now saying, see, you can't actually change. That Tuesday win was just a fluke. You're always going to end up right back here, overspending, feeling guilty. I'm drawing this out on the whiteboard because I need to see it visually. On Tuesday, there's this big, beautiful green arrow pointing up. It says, cooked. It's $20 a win. My little stick figure is cheering. Then Wednesday, a small red arrow down. Thursday, another red arrow down. And then Friday, a huge red arrow down that just crashes through the budget line. And the total at the end is this big flashing red $20. My stick figure is just face down on the ground. This is the messy part. It's easy to share the wins. It's so much harder to share this feeling of failing right after a success. It feels like I didn't just fail the budget, it feels like I failed the entire 1% system. But the whole point of this journey is to document the real process. And the process isn't a straight line up. It's this. It's a win on Tuesday and a failure by Friday. So I have to look at the data. I have to break down that $120 and see where and why it all went wrong after I was doing so well. Okay, so I open my banking app and I'm staring at the transaction log for the food category. It's almost painful to look at because it starts so good. The week started so strong. Monday, I was disciplined. I spent $10. I grabbed a coffee on the way to work and I packed my lunch. Total spend, $10. I was on track. Then Tuesday, that was the big one. That was my 1% win. I got home, I was tired, I really wanted to order food. The urge was real, but I didn't. I remembered the goal, I pulled out the groceries I had, and I cooked. I made a simple meal. It was great. Total spend for Tuesday, $0. So heading into Wednesday, I had spent only $10 of my 100 weekly budget. I had $90 left for the next 5 days. I was $10 under where I'd normally be. I was cruising. I felt amazing. I felt so in control, and I was so proud of that Tuesday win. And then Wednesday happened. It was just a terrible day at work. You know those days? Back-to-back meetings, a problem I couldn't solve, just constant stress. I got home, and my brain felt like pure static. I looked at the kitchen, and all the good feelings from Tuesday were gone. All I saw was effort. The effort to chop, to cook, to clean. And this really toxic thought crept in. It said, you were so good on Tuesday. You saved that money. You deserve this break. You can afford one little slip up because you were so good. That's what got me. I used my win as an excuse to fail. So I ordered Thai food. It wasn't small. It was $42. I told myself it was fine. I had $90 in the budget, so $90 minus $42, I still had $48. I could totally make that work for 4 days. On the whiteboard, I'm drawing this out. There's the green win on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, this huge red chunk just gets bitten out of the budget bar. It's almost half of what I had left. Then Thursday, the pattern repeated. I was still stressed. I didn't have the energy. I'll be good on the weekend, I promised myself. I just need to get through the workday. I ordered a sandwich and soup from a deli. It felt smaller than the Thai food, but it was 25. So let's do the math. I had $40 left. Now, minus 25, I had 23. I was heading into Friday with $23 left for 3 full days. That was the moment. That was the click where my 1% just do better brain shut off and my all or nothing perfectionist brain took over. Looking at that $23, my brain didn't say, okay, let's get creative. We can buy some rice and beans. No, my brain said, you failed. It's over. You can't feed yourself for 3 days on 23. The budget is broken. You're a failure. And so Friday night, I was tired. I felt completely defeated. And that whatever voice was just screaming. The week's already a failure. Who cares? Just get the pizza. We'll start over on Monday. So I did. I ordered a large pizza. I added wings. Why not, right? The budget was already dead. That was $43. So let's tally the damage. $10 Monday, plus $10 Tuesday, basketball $42 Wednesday, plus $25 Thursday, $43 Friday. Total spend $120. I blew the $100 budget by $20 and the $110 in impulse buys. It all happened right after my biggest win. It feels like I self-sabotaged. It feels like that one day of success just gave me a license to completely collapse for the rest of the week. And that emotional whiplash, that's the part that hurts way more than the $20. So what's the 1% lesson? What's the path forward from this whiplash? The old me, the all or nothing me, would look at this and just spiral. I'd decide that the Tuesday win was a fluke and that the Friday failure was the real me. I'd feel so defeated I'd probably just give up on the budget entirely for the rest of the month. I'd tell myself, I just need more willpower. Next week I will force myself to cook, no matter how tired I am. But that's not a system. That's just a wish. And it's a recipe to feel like a failure all over again because I know I'm going to be tired again. The 1% insight here is the win on Tuesday was real. And the exhaustion on Wednesday was also real. They don't cancel each other out. My perfectionist brain is the enemy, not my tiredness. I didn't fail because I was tired. I failed because I had no plan for being tired. So I'm building a new system, a 1% adjustment. I'm calling it the emergency meal plan. My 1% action for this week is to go to the grocery store and buy 2, maybe 3 good frozen meals. I'm not talking about the sad $2 diet ones. I mean the $10 or $12 premium frozen pizzas or comfort meals. This is my break glass in case of emergency stash. Here's the new rule. When I get home and I feel that static brain, that I deserve this feeling, before I open the delivery app, I must open the freezer first. On the whiteboard, I'm drawing this, a little box in my freezer. This is my streak saver fund. If I'd had this system on Wednesday, I would have grabbed a $12 pizza instead of ordering a $42 Thai meal. I would have saved $30. The budget wouldn't have been broken. Thursday wouldn't have felt so hopeless. The all-or-nothing spiral would never have started. The goal isn't to be the perfect Tuesday person every single day. The 1% goal is just to make the $12 tired choice instead of the $42 tired choice. This $20 failure, it feels like I just paid $20 to buy the data I needed to build a system that actually works for my real life. My 1% mission for tomorrow is just to add one $10 emergency meal to my grocery list. That's it. Just planning for the real me, not the perfect me. What's your 1% step? How do you plan for your tired days? Let's share our systems in the comments below. I am not a financial expert or advisor. This content is for documenting my personal journey and for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions.